Today we're going to be having a update video on the car. We're going to be having a look around the whole car and letting you guys know what's changed. Hope you enjoy. So here is my 2016 Ford Fiesta ST 180, sitting very pretty there in the BBC car park. I thought I'd get the best lighting I possibly could to complement the car the most, so we came here. So we're going to start from the outside of the car. I'm going to speak about the modifications that I've done, why I've done them. So starting from the outside, I guess we should talk about these big flashy blue wheels, freshly powder coated by A1 Powder Coatings. I don't know if you guys know, but I went with the blue theme because the whole frosty theme, I thought it would go really nicely, tie in really nicely, and it'd just be a nice sort of touch to the car. And this is the perfect blue for it, in my opinion. So hence why I went with that blue. Really popped out at me, and the reason for that is because I used to be a really big fan of Dean Finch, or Dean Lewis, and his RS Poppy, and I also saw Rushton ST on Instagram, which gave me the inspiration to try out the blue, and it's really popping. I'm really happy with the blue. It's a beautiful colour. These are ST200 centre caps in the matte black, which are very nice, and Driftworks wheel nuts, which replaced the old chewed up ST standard wheel nuts, wrapped around Michelin Pilot Sport 3 tyres, very grippy tyres. Massive fan of those, so I would highly recommend them for a car which you daily or even take on track. Very good for an all-round tyre. They are quite pricey, but very grippy in the wet and dry. So we got some Rallyflapz Mudflaps in white, which we put on yesterday. We put those on in the white and they're popping, they're looking beautiful. It's not the perfect white, but frozen white, I don't think they made them in like a frozen white colour. You know, I think they just sort of threw them together in a white, which is still a very nice white. As you guys can see, I've also got the CM Composites rear diffuser. Probably isn't functional at all, I just thought it would look quite cool there, so I put it there. DMB Graphics full replacement badge, which is a very nice touch to the back of the car. It's got a nice black outline rather than that silver outline that you'd normally have on the ST badge. Would highly recommend getting one of those if you have an ST, because they look so much nicer in my opinion anyway. If you've watched my videos for a while, I've had many exhausts. This is the Milltek non-resonated system, so it's got a nice raspy tone to it, and because of the size of the back box, it doesn't drone like at all. Yeah, as you guys can see, it's very big, but it doesn't drone at all, so it's a very nice exhaust system all round. I'm actually getting custom back box welded up, so I can choose whether I want a straight pipe or this one, and also because of the fact that this does rub a little bit on the diffuser and it bounces around a lot, so I'm going to be getting a single exit, so it won't be too bad for that. So that's pretty much sort of the wheels and the rear of the car. Not a massive amount has changed apart from that. We have got some 10mm spacers on each side now, so we've got 10mm spacers on here and on the other side as well, so it just brings it out a little bit more, and if you guys can probably see it, the wheel sits out a bit further than it did, which is really nice, because I'm not a massive fan of how they sit by standard. They're quite tucked in. I don't know if that's due to the axle being short or what, but yeah, looked much better with just a couple of 10mm spacers on there. Coming around to the pudding at the front here, which is where most of the action happens. Some of you guys might not like it, some of you may say ricer. Personally, you know, the way I see it, it's my car. I want it to look a certain way. I'll do things a certain way. I need to sort that out. I need to get longer tie rods. So the split is sitting a little bit weird right now because the tie rods are, well, a little bit too short, like I said, but yeah, that's the front end of the car there. Might not be the best lighting for it. I hope you guys can see properly, but I just want to go ahead and explain basically everything that I've done to the front of the car and why I done it. So we'll work from the top down. So these Canards here are from CM Composites. I had some temporary ones on from them while I waited for these to be delivered, and these are very cool. I mean, they're not to everyone's taste, I understand that. They're not really massive functional Canards. At the end of the day, it's not a race car, it's, you know, a daily vehicle. I just wanted to add a cool little couple of touches around the sides there. They're riveted on as well, so they're not like, you know, they've got a bit of a wobble to them, so I'm going to refrain from touching them too much. But yeah, that's the Canards there. You can find them on CM Composites website if you're a fan of them. You can have them either way around. I put them this way because the guys up at CM told me this is probably the best way to do it. So yeah, I'm a big fan of it. You may say they're too high, you know, at the end of the day, I doubt they're going to make much difference. I just put them on there for the looks. Grille Delete, so as you guys probably saw from the previous video, Dave had deleted this middle section of the grille. There used to be a, as you guys can see there, there's still black there, a flat plate behind the grille, I guess, to support it, but it was very restrictive for the intercooler, so we actually sanded that back bit off and deleted that bit, so we got more fresh air to the intercooler. What was it, DMB Graphics badge, that's just a normal gel badge, and then we've got lots of nice holes cut by a hole saw and then filled in with some rubber grommets. I'm not too sure, I think they're 35mm. Don't sort of quote me on that, it might even be higher, I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, there's those grommets there. Gave them a nice little polish up and they come out quite nicely. Fog surround and middle grille, which I painted, which came out okay, to be fair. There are little tiny little bits flaking. I probably should have left it longer to dry before I lacquered them, but they came out pretty decent. I'm very happy with them, so I'm going to leave them like that. Bit of pinstriping, nothing to explain there. And the CM Composites front splitter, which is one of my favourite additions to the front end of the car. Really makes it look very aggressive and just adds that slight touch. Again, probably not active aero, but I like the way it looks and that's why I put it on, so yeah, really went over the top with that one. So we're going to move on to the engine now and talk to you guys about what we've done in terms of modifications as well. So it's changed a little bit since you last saw it. As you can see, I put that in there because it's cool. Yeah, I'm going to open that up for you guys now. Most recently, powder coated bits by A1 once again. A1 powder coating. Shout out to A1 powder coatings once again. This is not a paid promotion. No, but they've done a very good job on this. All of these little bits, as you guys probably saw in a previous video. We've got the ITG primary piece, which is again powder coated. Underneath there you may be able to see, if I turn the lighting a little bit, you can see a little bit of blue down there. That's actually the cold air feed ducting going up next to the ITG, just to give it that cold air, like I say. But yeah, ITG would highly recommend. I'm really not going to get rid of this one. It's definitely the best intake that I think you can buy anyway, as far as keeping the hot air away from it is, and it sounds very good and it's relatively easy to maintain, so yeah, I'd highly recommend that piece of kit there. Pro hoses, silicone hoses all around, they help smooth out flow. I think they may have a slightly bigger bore than a standard. Forged crossover pipe, which has been powder coated as well. Didn't even know you could powder coat chrome, but A1 surprised me with that one. Going down into a forged silicone joiner into the Airtec big turbo elbow. Turbosmart recirculating valve. Onto the V1 hybrid turbo, 257.1 brake horsepower at 1.55 bar of boost. So it's a relatively low boost map, but keeps it nice and reliable, and that's the reason why I'm not running the sort of top figures that you can do. But to be fair, I'm not too fussed. I think the power that I get out of this thing is absolutely fantastic, and I don't really need too much more at the moment. Mountune clutch and flywheel, Airtec purple torque mount, which you can't actually see, and big boost pipes by Airtec once again, because Airtec are my favourite place to go for piping and etc, and they're very good with their metal bits and bobs. So Airtec, as you guys know, you're big in the scene, bigging up the Airtec as well. Stage 3 Airtec intercooler, which you guys will probably think is a little bit overkill for this turbo. I totally agree, but you know what? It looks so sick that I don't even care. And it's going to come in handy as well. If I ever want to upgrade my turbo, then I'm already set with this intercooler. It's a big front mount intercooler, as you guys can see, and it works very, very well, and I never get any bogging down from the intercooler. So yeah, it's always nice to know that the intercooler is doing its job very well. I guess we should probably take a look in the inside. We've got the Merco GT Limited Edition seat, bucket seat, which is very nice and supportive. A little bit tighter than the Merco RS2, which I don't think you guys have seen either. But yeah, this is the Merco RS2, which is again a very well made seat. And Merco are a great company based in Poland, I believe, who make very, very good bucket seats for a very good price. So yeah, that's the RS2 as well, with the ears. Turbosmart boost gauge. The only reason I really bought that is because I thought there was something wrong with my turbo. It is a cool little feature, I guess. I mean, you know, I don't really look at it, but I do from. I mean, I do look at it, but not as much as I used to. It's just nice to know that if I'm running the correct boost, then I can just have a look at that, and if I know or feel like something's wrong, then I can refer to that, and if it's not the boost, then it'll be something else. So it's very handy to have a boost gauge when you do go with a hybrid turbo, or even stage 2 or stage 1. It's just very handy to know that, you know, you might have a boost issue. Have a look at that for reference. And now for the latest addition to the interior. Yeah, we got a roll cage. all of these things that I've done to the inside of the car are like motorsport type modifications, but I tried to keep it nice and clean in here as well. So it's more of like a show interior. I mean, at the end of the day, I've never been on a track day before. I just wanted to do all this stuff because I love the way it looks, I love the way it feels, I love feeling like, you know, I'm locked in, I love feeling like I've got this awesome looking interior, and it just feels good every time I get into the car. That's my personal preference. So if anyone's got a problem with that, you should probably keep that to yourself, because I'm not interested. That failed. Boom. So what do we have here? This is the Airtec Motorsport half cage / sew cage. I actually like to use it for my harnesses. It's just a lot, I think, safer wrapping them like this. I probably didn't do the best job of doing it, I know, but yeah, this is the Airtec Motorsport half cage, which fits in there very nice, very snug, and it's powder coated in the exact same blue that my wheels are in, so everything ties together absolutely perfectly. We've also got this little rally style net, I guess. I mean, just a little cool feature that I thought I'd add to the inside of the car, just to tidy it up. But I mean, I've tried to go nice and tidy with it. I've tried not to go too alley-G, you know, I've tried to keep it nice and smart in here, not too over the top, you know. I haven't done too much to the dash, I haven't done too much to anything else, and I've obviously got the cubby hole fit over there, but apart from that, I've you know, tried to keep it as smart and as professional as possible, keep it nice for sort of shows, etc. But also, if I ever do go on the track, I'm covered in terms of the seats, you know, the interior and, you know, the cage and whatnot. Hopefully I'll never have to use that though. Hopefully it never tumbles down on me. But yeah, apart from that, that's basically the interior in its entirety. Alright guys, so we're back at home now. I did make an outro when I was actually at the car park, but I wanted to make a different style of outro. So I'd just like to say that this is obviously how the car looks now. At the end of the day, it is a hot hatch. They're there to have fun in. I've done all these bits and bobs because I really love the car and I really enjoy driving it. And it's nice to just be a little bit on the ASBO side of the modifications when you have a hot hatch. Is it just my age? I don't know. I know people that are twice as old as me and they still love it. So any negative opinions, like I say, I really couldn't care less about. I absolutely love the car as it is, and I hope you guys share the same opinion as well. I do look forward to seeing you guys at meets, etc. more often now. The car is almost done at the moment. There is obviously plenty more to come in the future, but at the moment I'm going to be taking a bit of a quiet time and start saving more money and probably start putting money into other things rather than the car, because that's literally all I've been putting my money into this past year or two. So yeah, I need to just tone it down a little bit and just appreciate it for what it is now, because it's a really nice car, and you know, I get nothing but compliments about it, and I thank all of you guys that have stuck by and just seen the journey on how the car's gone from, you know, standard to stage 2 to stage 3, and now to, you know, coming on to perhaps in the future a different turbo as well. All in good fun, and yeah, it's been amazing. So I'd like to thank you guys very much for watching this video. I hope I gave you some inspiration to do some bits and bobs to your car, and the way I see it is, yeah, I spend a load of money on my car, but at least I'm not out there doing drugs every weekend and you know, go on holiday every 5 minutes like some people. My car is there for life, and again, you may say memories are there for life, and that's fine, but this is just the way I love to spend my money. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, you stay frosty, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.